Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 5 of Christmas in July and we are making this gorgeous little Christmas cracker. Inside it's holding 2 Ferrero Rochers. Now it is July here in Australia at the moment, so it is winter, so we can have these gorgeous chocolates at the moment. In Christmas time, because it's summer, I wouldn't put chocolate in there, but we'd have to put some sort of lolly or gift. So we're using the Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper in this one, and we're also using the Cookie Cutter Christmas stamp set. We're using the Santa Claus. I have the Tea Room Combo Ribbon, which is this really, really pretty. We're using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, the Layering Circle Framelit dies, and I've got the scallop ones, 2 here. And for the kit we have a piece of Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. This is really pretty paper. I have a piece of shaded spruce, a piece of copper foil sheet, and a piece of Whisper White. Now you can find all the measurements and supplies on my blog, and my blog is in the description of this video. There is also a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies. And if you do purchase a Stampin' Up supplies through me, please use the Hostess code for the month and I'll send you out a free gift. So we're going to start by making the cracker first. So we're going to go with this piece of Designer Series paper. And I'm going to bring my stamping trimmer in. I'm going to do some scoring. So this measures 4 3/4 by 6 1/2, and on the 4 3/4 side, we're going to score at 1 inch on either side. So 1 inch, turning it around, scoring again at the 1 inch mark. Then we're going to turn over to the 6 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4. 2 1/2, 3 3/4, 5, and 6 1/4. So like I said, all those measurements are on my blog, so you don't have to write them all down. What we're also going to do now is we're just going to fold. And I'm not going to use my bone folder, I'm just going to fold it myself. Because it's Designer Series paper, you don't want to crease it too much. It can break down the fibres too much. And I'm also going to bring in my stamping trimmer again. I just want to mark on the 4 3/4 side. I just want to mark at the 2 3/8 mark as well. So I'm just going to pop a little notch in there, because this is something I haven't shown you yet, but I'll show you at the end. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in the Big Shot, because where we've marked those 2 areas, we are going to use the Stitched All Around, because I'm not finished using these yet, and I'm going to use the Straight Edge sewing piece. Big Shot in. Where I've marked those 2 pieces, hang on, I want to line that stitch up with it. Oh. So I'm going to run that one through. Just going to the edge there as well. Okay, so there is that stitching. It's running all the way down along the middle. So to make the cracker, we need our envelope punch board. And what we're going to do, where we've got all our folds, we're going to fold them down to each one, and we're going to line the edge of our piece of design series paper up at the 1 inch mark. So popping it in, lining it up with the 1 inch, and we're just going to punch. And we're going to go down each score line. And when we get to the edge, we're just going to pop that in at the 1 inch as well. Okay, so popping it to the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, and that's our cracker. So all we have to do is, on our tabs, stick a little bit of glue there and we'll stick that together. So bringing in some Tombow Mono glue, just going to run a little bit of glue along that tab. I'm going to stick these sides together now. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm going to move that over to the side, just let that dry for a minute. And we're going to bring in our piece of Whisper White and a foam mat. And we're going to ink up the Santa with the Memento ink. So we're going to stamp him down. Just like that, and we're going to let him dry as well. So the next piece, we're going to bring the Big Shot back and we're going to cut out the copper foil and the shaded spruce with those matching scallop circle dies. So we have the two pieces here. And we want the smallest die to go on the copper and the larger one on the shaded spruce. Now the measurements for these dies are on the blog, so just check that out. Let's run that through. And I'm just going to glue that one together. Okay, this should be glued enough now that we'll be able to find our edge. That's it there. I don't know whether you can see that edge there, so I'm going to stick my 2 Ferrero Rochers through, popping that down, and then I'm just going to tie the ribbon around it. Section that off. And do this side as well. Just tidy up those edges so they're even. Great. Now let's bring our Santa Claus back in. And we're going to use the markers and we're just going to colour in. So using the basic black one, we're going to colour in his belt, his shoes. There we go, his belt and his shoes. The real red, we're going to colour in his hat and his suit. Ivory for his face. And then we're going to just go over with the Winker Stella. That ivory blends looks so good. So using the Winker Stella, I'm going to go over the white bits first to give that nice glimmer. Careful not to go on to any of the colours while you're going over the white bit. And then I went from there to the red, giving that a nice little bit of glimmer as well. And then I went over the black as well. Whoop. Just got to do the middle of the belt there. Beautiful. So bringing that cookie cutter punch in, we'll punch him out. And then we can stick him straight down with some dimensionals. So a couple of dimensionals should be fine. And in person, this has got a real heap of glimmer to it. Oh, there you go, you can see that in the video. That's good. So I'm also going to stick some dimensionals on the back of this one as well. And pop that straight down onto the cracker. Now, did you work out why I put those stitched detail in the middle? It was for people who wanted to get into them. So ready? The cracker's opened. How cute's that? And there's two goods, so whoever's doing it has two little goods in there. I hope you've enjoyed this Christmas cracker project and day 5. I hope that you'll stick around to see the next couple of days what's on offer. If you haven't already, please check back at my other videos, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.